Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Playdates and Travels. If you guys are new to my channel, I do a lot of Disney content. I do a lot of Disney hauls. Today's going to be one of them. So if you like the type of content, please consider subscribing. I have a lot of fun content, including a number of swaps this month alone. So this is a time to watch. This is the time to keep your notification bell on. Hit that notification bell if you haven't done that already. But it's a time just to know when I have new content coming out because it's a lot of fun on this channel and I like to share new Disney stuff with you all the time. You guys know that if you've watched my channel before, so I find it fun. A lot of you find it fun. Let's keep it going. So today I'm wearing my Made in the 90s shirt that I got from the Disney outlet because I wanted to just bathe in my nostalgia. I was a 90s kid, grew up in the 90s, and Mulan's one of my favorite movies, was also made in the 90s, so I thought that might go well with this particular outfit for this particular video. I have a number of Disney Parks bags in my hand because no, Disneyland still isn't open, sadly, but downtown Disney is, which means shopping! And I have some shopping hauls from the past month of September. I actually have two different hauls, so it's going to be two different outfits. I'm going to actually do the earlier month haul first, so I'll be in a different outfit, and then I will come back and show you the latest stuff that I got as of this past week. But the rest of the stuff, I believe, was like September 15th, 16th, around that time is when I got that stuff. So two different shopping trips to downtown Disney in the month of September. I know that we're now in October, so I wanted to get this out there and show you guys what I got. If you like this type of content, please keep on watching. Let's get into the haul. I have a couple items that I picked up from the most recent trip this past week. I mentioned on my channel recently that there was a big pin event a couple of weeks ago. I was able to get a reservation last minute, and I showed all the pins from that haul. I got every single pin from the event, including the bonus items, which is a bag and a sipper. If you guys didn't see that video, I will insert it above. Please go watch it. It is amazing to see what all the pins came out for the 65th anniversary of Disneyland. However, there was another event. It was September 14, 15, 16, whatever the Monday through Wednesday dates were. That's what happened, and I went on the last day. That was the only time I can get into reservation for, and they only had two items planned this time around, one of which has been featured on Shop Disney since. If you guys can still see it at this point. But in addition to that, they also had the bag once again, and then they were also selling Oogie Boogie popcorn buckets and Oogie Boogie dices, two die pieces, so dice. They were selling that for $10, or they had the Oogie Boogie popcorn buckets, and it's the exact same Oogie Boogie popcorn bucket from last year, but because there is no Halloween event happening at Disneyland this year, they just recycled it. So let me show you those items from the event. This is the popcorn bucket. I did pick it up because my friend actually asked me to pick it up for her, even though it's last year's design, so I can show you guys real quick what it looks like. This is Oogie Boogie. He does glow in the dark. You can see in his mouth he's got a lot of like worms and other gross, disgusting things, but it looks actually really good in this lighting. This is what Oogie Boogie looks like with the popcorn bucket, and his lanyard just says Nightmare Before Christmas with a bunch of dye around it, so it's actually a really nice design, and I think it does have the mechanism to light up on the inside. You guys can see that. It's meant to be a popcorn bucket. You could put popcorn in this, or you could use it as a display piece. I don't know exactly how it works. Oh, there we go. There's a little thing on the bottom, and you pull it out, and then it'll light up. However, given that this is not my object, I'm not going to pull it and show you guys because I want my friend to be able to use this without it being broken. So just know that this would be a glow-in-the-dark type of effect where he would like just shine between his eyes. I got another one of these. I don't think I showed this on my channel previously, or maybe I did. This is the spinner Mickey Mouse. We got two of these because my kids really wanted them. One of them broke within about a minute of us opening it, so I actually saved the tag and my receipt, took it back to the park when I was there this week, and I asked them to trade it, and they did. So now we have two operating ones because I wasn't going to have a broken one literally like an hour or so after I brought it home. I was like, no, I needed a better one. Which is a shame because when I went to the park, they actually, majority of the ones that they had out on the shelf, people had taken the tabs out and they were already like operational, which I never like to buy things like that. If they're light up, you want to buy it with the little tab inserted still because that means that no one has pulled it out yet and the battery life will be fresher, but I hope that they restock that soon. This was the other item that was released at the event. It is a Victor Geist Funko Pop from the Haunted Mansion. You can see the ghostly form right there, and then he is in front of the famous organ from the Haunted Mansion, so that's pretty awesome. I am thinking of actually offering this up in my future sale, which is why I picked it up. So I am not going to take it out of the box once again because I want it to stay preserved. But that's basically what it looks like, with Victor Geist looking very ghostly. And then the organ is what makes this, in my opinion, because it's just like the actual attraction from the parks. And if you guys have been on the ride, like, the organ is everything. So I really do like this particular pop a lot. And it's an exclusive from Disney. This is $40, which is crazy. I did hear that the Las Vegas store somehow got this for $20. I don't know how they managed that, but on both Shop Disney and at the event, it was $40. So that was the price there. And that's what it looks like on the back, as featured on the box. So Victor Geist in ghostly form. And then the very last thing that I got from the event was the pin. And this was the pin, the reason why I wanted to go to that event. I'm looking at my receipt now. I'm like, oh my goodness, I spent a lot at this event. Holy moly. But this is from the event, and it was a Bat Day. Disney Pins blog posted this as a Bat Day release, which I found out is like the day that the Goths go to Disneyland. Who would have known that was the day? But it's kind of interesting that this says Disneyland 2020, and it features a bat, a famous Disney bat, and this whole virus that we're living in these days was started by bats, so very funny Disney. But I got it because I happen to love this little movie. This is Fidget the Bat from a little known movie from the 80s called The Great Mouse Detective. I have like 3 Great Mouse Detective pins, and I love this movie. This character is so funny. I actually had the PTD version of him. I don't think I have it anymore. I know that I did have it, but looking at my pin board, I don't think I kept this. I think he was worth a lot, and I was at that time where I was just like, I don't need any more PTDs in my life, and I might have actually sold mine. That's so funny, because I don't think I have Fidget anymore. Maybe I wasn't able to get him. But I think I did have him at one point, and I just might have just gotten rid of him. Does that make me evil? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm like, I don't think he's on my board. But at any rate, I have another Fidget pin, and he is fierce. This was an $18 limited edition pin from the parks. I believe this was an LE 2000. Let me just double check. I can confirm that by looking at the back. This says limited edition of 2000. Yeah. So this was an LE 2000. And what was interesting is that they refused to let you touch the merchandise at this event. On the first event, you actually could touch the merchandise and see the pins and if they were damaged. This time they were holding it behind the counter and they didn't want anyone touching it. And I actually told them, you need to take off the backers, because from the first event, some of them were bent. And I found that out afterwards, and I was like, only one of my pins was affected by that, luckily. But that was still not fun to tell my friend who had gotten that pin, hey, your pin is bent a little bit because Disney didn't take care of it. But this one, actually, I just noticed he moves! So Fidget's little head goes side to side. That is awesome. You guys know, if you've watched my channel before, I am such a big fan of movable pins, so I really do like this little movable feature, and that makes this pin so much more cooler. More cool. Because I just love movable pins. So that is awesome, and I did only get one of these. I just don't want to be out money for pins and just to get one to have one, so I didn't do that, but I did get one for myself, my own personal collection. So that was everything from the event. And now let me show you what else I got from my Disneyland most recent trip. I had seen someone post this on Instagram, and so I made a special stop looking for this. These are new cookie cutters that feature different attractions from both Disney parks in the U.S. parks. So you have over here, you have a Sleeping Beauty icon, Sleeping Beauty Castle, and then you have Cinderella Castle right next to that. Then you have the form of Epcot Ball. Then you also have the Ferris wheel, the Mickey Ferris wheel from California Adventure in California. Then this is a tree, obviously representing the Tree of Life in Animal Kingdom. And then you also have my favorite, the reason I wanted this, besides Epcot obviously, was for the Tower of Terror cookie cutter form. So I saw that they had these, and I really wanted to get this to make cookies in the shape of this. So I cannot wait to use this. You guys, if you watched my channel again before, you know that I'm a big kitchen gadget fiend. Like, I just love kitchen gadgets so much. So this little item is amazing, and I was really happy to get this. And the retail value on this, by the way, was $25, so it wasn't cheap. But for me, I'm up there with all like the kitchen items. And the only thing I also wanted was the ink and paint apron that was in the parks, and it's also in some Disney stores right now. My Disney store did not have it, but I was this close to getting it at the park. I think the next time I go, I might actually buy it because my sister wears a lot of like kitchen aprons when she's cooking, and I bought her an apron years ago, and she wears it like every day. It's a Christmas apron, and her boyfriend's just like, you know, she thinks it's Christmas every day, which is kind of a fun like joke at this point. She's like, yeah, it's Christmas every day. I'll wear your Christmas apron all year round. But I kind of want to get her another one that is not just Christmassy. So I thought that the one with all the characters, the animated characters with like the black and white like fading into color would be really nice. So that might be a gift in the future for her. They just released new ears, and I was so ecstatic when I saw that they had them in Disneyland as well because I thought they were just in Florida for now. These are the new ears. They're like a plum magenta color. You guys know me. You guys know that I love my purples and like purple tones, which is actually very similar to what the color of my bridesmaid dresses were for my wedding. And I love that this is like a nice like velvety bow right in the center. These are just so pretty. I love the sparkle, and I just didn't care. I knew that I had to have these, so I grabbed this one. I will say that it was very hard trying to find a pair of ears that wasn't bent backwards. A lot of the ones on the rack, again, from the Disney park, from Disneyland, they were all bent backwards, and they had a sign that said, it said, please be careful with handling the ears, meaning don't touch them too much if you don't have to, because they're trying to prevent, you know, obvious touching. But I actually did touch like 3 pairs in order to find this one that wasn't so bent. I was like, I don't want to have damaged ears from the get-go. And then the other thing that I have, I already showed you guys, I had that spinner, and then I also bought a couple of things in here. However, they're for a future swap, so I can't show that. But let me just see the other item that's in here. If items are for swaps, I like don't show them on my channel because they're for a future purpose. So yeah, even though it's the coolest thing ever, I'm not going to show that because I have to save it for a swap, which isn't going to happen until next year. I'm just buying ahead. However, they also came out with these new Halloween pins, and this is the one that I saw that I was like, I really think those are cute. Can't wait to put them on my Halloween pin board. And these are the 2 new Mickey Pumpkin open edition pins that they released this year. So you can see it has Mickey pumpkin shape, and then they also have the mini pumpkin shape with the candy corn bow, excuse me. And they're so cute. I just think they're really adorable, and I love the little like pumpkin shape, and the fact you got 2 pins for the price of $15.99 actually was not that bad of a deal. If I wait till later in the October season, like October 15th or so, as you get closer to Halloween, these pins tend to go on sale. So yes, I could have gotten this for like probably $7 down the line if I waited, but I really wanted them now, so I just thought this was worth it to get this particular pin right now for $15.99. So I just was like, yay, I want that. And I think that was everything that I got from my Disneyland trip. So I didn't buy that much. I did show on my Instagram feed, we also got this giant vanilla cookie shake sundae thing. I mean, it was like part ice cream, part shake. On the side, they had like a cookie witch that was like ice cream cookie with cookie in the center, with vanilla ice cream in the center, and then they had another cookie, chocolate chip cookie on the side. My daughter went to town on it. I went to town on it. We like took an hour and just made a meal out of that thing because it was massive. I will insert a photo on the screen. It was amazing. But that was pretty much all we did. And then we also went to the home store, and I took pictures for my friend and like kind of browsed around, but I was really trying to not spend too much because I already had spent like over $140 at that event alone. Went to the Lego store. My daughter had been wanting to go there the past couple of times, but there was a line with a virtual queue. I didn't have time for that. This time we went this past week, there wasn't a virtual queue, so we got in like 10-15 minutes from waiting outside, and we picked up 2 items. My daughter wanted this, which is a Lego friend piece with a little small little like kit. So I got that for my daughter. She picked this one out herself. It was $10. I was like, why not? And then the other thing that we got is actually a Duplos Lego set, which is more for younger kids, that the Lego pieces are too small, which is what category my son is in. So I did get this one for him, and it's just a little like plain Duplo set. He wanted the plane. He's really into planes and cars in general, so this is his, and I believe this one was also $10. So there you go. Moving back to my Disneyland bag, I didn't realize that I also had extra things. I forgot that I'd also picked up this. This is a Madame Leota statue figure. I mean, look how fierce she is. And I just got a new ring light, and I'm really not loving how it creates a ring on everything. I know that that's like the popular thing for YouTubers to use, but I kind of miss my old light system, but it's too late to switch back. But anyway, it says try me right here.
Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Rap on a tape. It's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond.
Okay, so I'm a big Madame Leota fan, so that's pretty cool. Oh, she'll just keep talking. I didn't realize that she kept on going. But yeah, so that's Madame Leota. She lights up, she talks, it's amazing, and it was $25, so I did go ahead and pick this up. This is actually not mine, again, it's from a friend. She was like, if you are inside the world of Disney, please pick this up, and I did get it. And then if you guys saw my recent vlog, when I got this in my Magic at Your Door box, I was really ecstatic, but my ears were bent backwards. I actually took this to the park and I asked them to exchange it for another pair that wasn't as bent backwards, so this is now my new pair. They took the other one and I got a new one. Sometimes that works in my favor that I do live close enough to a Disney park that I could just do an exchange like that. So I was like, I still want the merchandise, but I want it to be pristine. So I took it and I was like, can I please do an even swap? And they said no problem, and that was that. And that was my last Disneyland bag. Okay guys, so I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I had some stuff from this past week. And that's because there was yet again another special shopping event at Disneyland. They keep on doing these as an incentive to get people to keep coming. And they really don't need to, because the lines, I have to say, I took pictures and footage of the most past recent trip this week. And I went on a Monday and there was lines forming all the way into the parking lot. I didn't take footage like I could have possibly when I first got there because I was already running very close to my time window. You have a certain reservation which you're supposed to show up, and yes, you have an hour, but some cast members don't realize that, and I actually had trouble getting in because they wanted me to just get in the back of the line. And the secret is if you have a dining reservation or a shopping reservation, because they count too, you can skip the line, whatever line is waiting to get into downtown Disney, and just go to your appointment. So reason to keep on making those reservations for dining so that you have a chance to get in. I'm actually going to go again tomorrow as I'm filming this because I was just told that the Ariel limited edition cereal pin that I was trying to get for months made its way to downtown Disney. I have no idea if they're going to still be there when I get there. I couldn't go this past day, and the day before is when they first appeared. But I'm hoping that there might be a little bit left, fingers crossed, tomorrow morning. So that's when I'm going to go. And if there is a huge line, I actually did make a reservation for a restaurant so that I can skip it because I don't have that amount of time to wait in a long line for an hour just to get into the park or to the shopping area.
This is the line to get into downtown Disney. They are lining up over on that side to extend the line. It was crazier when I came here earlier, but the fact that there's still this wait outside, the only way to bypass this is to have a reservation. If you have a reservation for dining, you get to skip this line. There is a tip. Okay, bye-bye.
Anyway, that's why people, when they do these pickups, when people are charging those pickups, it actually makes sense because it's been 105 degrees this week in Anaheim. Today was 102. It's been intensely hot. And when you're doing all that and standing in lines and potentially getting sick, like I get the heat stroke from being out in the heat, it gets to be a lot. At any rate, so I have a couple of bags from this event this week. It was a return to pins, so there were tons of pins released. And then in addition to pins, I also got the brand new ears that were released, so I have to show you that shortly. But let me start with the pins. So there were 18, I believe. I'm trying to remember. I think there were 18 or 12, some multiple of 6, pins that were released this past week to Disneyland. And they are continuing the Fantasyland type of theming. They're really cute pin sets that are released. Some were $20, a slight bump from the previous release, a big pin release that was like $17.99. These were $19.99 to start with, and then some were $55, some were $115. It just depended on what you got. I only picked up what I was interested in, or I actually did put a last minute request, and I did have one person ask me to do a pickup, so I did that as well, and I picked up those pins for them. One of the pins is this Fantasyland Peter Pan pin. I think this is gorgeous yet again. It's Peter Pan in front of the beautiful tower from London. Right behind him, you can see like the silhouette of the building, and it looks like it's lit up. And then it looks like there's also the Matterhorn behind him with the Matterhorn monster. It's just kind of an interesting compilation. It's like it's Peter Pan meets Matterhorn in one particular pin, and let's just say It's a Small Fantasyland. That's the name of what's on the pin. Some of them are dented again, so this one is a little dented, but this is the pin close up. It's a really nice pin, I have to say. I just think this is gorgeous, and I love the coloring in here and all the glitter effects that are coming through. Peter Pan looks really darling, and I believe this was one of the pins that you could have gotten if you had gotten the completer set. I think that was like, it was in the hundreds, I forget the price, but they had multiple options. You could buy some of them individually, or you could buy a completer set to get all of them at once. But very adorable, $19.99, cute pin. In addition to that, they had these mystery boxes, and I actually grabbed two, one for myself and one for a friend who asked me to pick it up for her as well. And I just thought this was cute. It's a Small Fantasyland is what it says, and it says limited edition mystery pin collection. And they are Alice in Wonderland themed pins. I just thought that was really interesting that you have all these different pins. You have the teacups here from the ride, and you have the Queen of Hearts. You have Tweedledee and Tweedledum. You have a blue figure. I don't know what that is, but I haven't watched the movie in a while, but a blue figure. You have a hare. You have the Mad Hatter. You have the Cheshire Cat. You have the White Rabbit, and then you have Alice. So it's a really cute little set. I am actually going to open this up in a future video. The one that I grabbed is actually for a giveaway. So I'm going to announce that soon. It's going to be a Disneyland giveaway and Halloween together. So please, that's another reason why you want to keep on watching my channel. I will have that very shortly. And I grabbed this for that because I thought that'd be fun to include a mystery set. But I do want to open it selfishly. So when I do that video, I will open it so you know what mystery pin will be included. There's an 8-pin collection, and you get 2 pins in this box. So you'll see what 2 pins I got in my box before that giveaway is announced. Pour the tea. Then I have a couple pins here. I had 2 more pins, but I've already seen the friend, my friend Jessie, who I've mentioned many times. I've already seen her in person, so I handed those off to her. But she got the Dumbo pin as well, and I thought that was so cute. I will insert a shot of it right now because I did film it before I took it to her. So cute, the detailing. It's kind of like a darker, like gold in the background. Beautiful. And this is the Dumbo. Sorry for my lighting, but you can see it has a silhouette of the Dumbo ride in the background, plus the train, and then there's Dumbo himself in the front. This is so cute. And then the last thing I got were 2 of these. One of them is for me, the other one I got for trade. I am such a big Sword in the Stone fan, and when I saw that they had this 2-piece collection, I knew that I wanted it. So it does have Merlin and then the actual stone with the sword in it. I just thought that was really, really cute. It's a 2-pin set for $20, and I thought that was adorable. So I did go ahead and grab 2 of these for myself as well. So some fun pins being released at this event for sure. And my final selection of pins from that event are in here. You can see that they did a very interesting job this time of wrapping these pins, these special edition pins, in tissue paper. I actually really appreciated that. It kind of gave it a nice, like, exclusive look. The other 2 pins that I released, one is for myself and one is for a pickup again. And the pickup is this Alice in Wonderland pin. It's Alice in front of her attraction, and you can see a teacup, and it looks like mushrooms in the background, and all kinds of overgrown leaves and whatnot. And again, you have the sparkly glitter. And what makes this such a unique pin is that it, once again, is very 3D. Like if you look from the side, it has a nice 3D effect with pin on pin. I love that. So Disney's definitely done a very nice job of designing these latest round of pins. Lots of dynamic features. So I really like the colors on here. I like the glitter embellishments, and while the last round of pins mostly moved, these have a fun glitter effect anyway, so it keeps it like popping. The last pin that I got from there, from the event to keep, was this It's a Small Fantasyland duo set once again, and it's the Small World one. So you have the It's a Small World symbol with the little clock face, in white. I have the matching bag and purse, or wallet and purse, so I figured why not? And then I also have the It's a Small World girl looking so cute with the little Hawaiian skirt and whatnot and the star in her hair. So this is just really pretty. I love Small World pins for some reason. They just really call to me. Lots of great detailing on this once again. And I just really like the duo sets. I just thought they were really cute and I didn't want to pass them up when I had the chance to pick it up, if that makes sense. Then I waited in like a 25-minute line to go to Pin Traders because they had a number of pins, including some pins came back from the very first pin event. So it took this long to finally appear from the first event that took place in August. All of a sudden, they had it at Pin Traders and they had a number of them. So you pretty much had your pick of which pins to get. I grabbed an extra Dumbo because I was so impressed with how the quality was the first time that I wanted to get that for trade and or sale. We'll see what I do with it. And then I also grabbed an extra Peter Pan, the one that got away the first time that I picked it up for other people. And I was like, this is such a cool pin. So I picked it up for my friend and myself because she also was like, I need that pin. So let me show you guys what that looks like again, just a reminder. And here is a close-up of the Dumbo pin. You can see it in all its glory. Beautiful colors, stunning, and love that Dumbo flies. Amazing. Amazing job, Disney. Dumbo flying elephants. This is a close-up of the Peter Pan pin. Once again, you guys can see it does say Peter Pan's flight in the background. The Jolly Roger ship does move across the top, which is really nice. And you've got the Tower of London, this beautiful purple sparkly sign that says Disneyland 65th, and then you've got Nana. Nana is wearing a beautiful blue bow in her hair. I mean, it's just so adorable. I love this pin and the classicness of it. Classicity of it, whatever you call it. But I love it. It's very classic. I love this pin. Great job, Disney. And then the next pin thing that I got from Pin Traders was this. I have two different bottles. One is red, one is purple. And what's interesting is that I believe this is the Ink and Paint Series 1. I showed on my Disney store haul, or Shop Disney haul I should say, that I had ordered the Series 2 online and I've yet to open those. So this is Series 1 because it doesn't say Series 2 on it, but it has different bottles, which I thought was interesting, but the same icons on it. So you basically have one with the paint palette, one with Mickey Mouse, one with the Disney Ink and Paint symbol and a hand drawing Pinocchio. You have the tiger from Jungle Book, Shere Khan. You have Jiminy Cricket, Merlin, Baloo doing a little dance, really cute. The three fairies from Sleeping Beauty, and then finally the white rabbit with a clock saying, I'm late for a very important date. It's like that scene where he's rushing. So I just thought this was really cool. I don't know the significance of the different bottle colors because when I ordered Series 2 online, they were the same bottle type. So I don't know what that means, but I do know that there are 10 pins in this collection. Each of these bottles has 2, which means I should have 4 total choices. And I will be doing a future pin opening video, so stay tuned for that. If you guys are into pins, I will open all my mystery pins in one video. But I thought this was really fun to get these bottles, and so I grabbed them when I had the chance. And these were $15.99. The Series 2 was $19.99 online. For some reason, they think they jumped up the price. And finally, the very last item that I grabbed from Disney, from Pin Traders, which was great because I actually was on a the way they're working right now at in downtown is you have to put your name on certain virtual queues, and when they text you, that's when you can go into the store. So I had been on the virtual queue for the dress shop store. I had been on the virtual queue for Marceline's Confectionery. I was on the virtual queue for World of Disney. And the reason that I entered all these virtual queues, oh, and I was also on the virtual queue for the home store. The reason I was in all of these virtual queues is I knew that the dress shop and World of Disney at least had these ears, and I just wanted to see whoever was the first to text me and say you can go online, that's where I'm going to go. I mentioned earlier that I went to Pin Traders and waited 20 minutes. There is no virtual queue, you just get in line. I waited the 20 minutes in the hot sun, but when I got to the front, I was thoroughly surprised to see they had the ears that I needed. I didn't have to go to World of Disney this trip. And these are the ears. So let me just show you real quick. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. I have 5 of these ears currently on hand. I originally had 10. You were guaranteed the chance to buy up to 10 pairs, and the reason that I no longer have 5 is because those 5 are for my friend, and I already gave them off to her. But this is the newest, brand new thing that everyone's going crazy for. and it's the Disneyland ears. It's the Disneyland marquee in all its glory. It looks very retro with the signage, and you can see it has all the colors because that's just what the Disneyland sign looks like when you go to California. So you have it all spelled out in this nice foam effect. You can see it's definitely foam, and it's like a very simple blue sparkly ear. This is just a very simple understated pair, and I just think it's so well done. In fact, I'll go with my current look. Let me just switch ears real quick. This is my first time trying this on. Oh yeah, these are really cute. So this is the new Disneyland ears. Ta-da! And I am living for it. I really do like these ears a lot. They're just very, very stunning. But at any rate, I have these new ears and I'm so excited for it. I just think that they're really pretty and stunning and classic. And so I grabbed a couple of pairs for friends had asked me for it. So I know that 3 pairs are claimed. 1 was for myself. That leaves 1 extra pair. So I have 1 extra pair of these ears, guys. I'm gonna have to offer it in a future sale, but that is where I stand right now. I hope you guys are enjoying this haul. That's everything. That is everything I picked up from the Disneyland downtown Disney area. So I didn't have a chance to go into the Disney parks per se because they're still not open in California, but I did get to do the next best thing, which is spend my money and get all the new merch. So let me know in the comments what your favorite item was from this past month. You guys can see I went to a lot of different special events and then got some extra merch while I was there. I'm hoping again to be lucky and get 1 more pin tomorrow. If I'm successful, I will enter that real quick at the end of this video to guys show you a close-up of that pin, but if not, then womp womp womp, it was sold out.
Hey guys, I don't normally come on the weekend, but I'm going to show you guys real quick what it's like to come to downtown Disney on a weekend. Let's do it.
Know somebody got to be over here first?
Okay, so Saturday morning, it's about 10:40 right now. They open at 10 a.m. And you can see the line is not wrapped all the way to the parking lot yet. That's how it gets sometimes. So far so good. So if you don't have a reservation, you wait in this line. But if you do have a reservation, you just go down this middle path all the way to the front, because that tells people that you have a reservation that you are trying to get up on top of. We have an 11 a.m. reservation at Tortilla Joe's. You can no longer make a same-day reservation, by the way. You have to do it at least a day in advance. But that is pretty much how downtown Disney works now. You have to have reservations for things, and you have to be prepared to stand in long lines in the heat. Oh boy. Faster? So we just bypassed that line because we have a reservation. So you do have to show them your reservation that you have, and then you can skip ahead. Here we go. I'll go tent.
Off to the right, everyone else is going to go straight down the middle.
My 90s friend right there.
Off to the right. This is new. They don't normally have that. Sorry. I'm so confused. Yeah, that's new. They didn't have that before. They usually have like a dog with a person there. Thank you. So new technology they just introduced. So let me just get into the line. Bag check, number 7. This is downtown Disney on a Saturday morning. So right now I'm quickly walking to my reservation, which is at Tortilla Joe's. I'm actually going to cancel it and let them know that I'm not interested in eating there this morning, but you still have to show up in order to not get charged in your credit card. So I'm going to do that right now, tell them we changed our mind, and then we're going to go try to eat at Ballast Point instead. You guys see the piles of people in the parking lot? That's actually a continuation of this line. It is about 12 something? 12:51. It's almost 1 o'clock on Saturday morning, or Saturday, I should say, not morning anymore. And this is how crazy this line gets to get in here on the weekend. My husband just asked, why would anyone wait in this line if they didn't have to? And he's like, it's basically going into a mall. And I'm just like, people want to get their merch. He doesn't realize how much people really, really, really want their Disney merch. So that's our experience. Definitely the way to go is to come with the reservation. I had one. You have to make it a day in advance in order to actually get one. So I had one. It got me into the line in the expedited process. You guys saw that. And then I canceled it in order to go into the Ballast Point wait system, which apparently they're using open tables. So now I know that in the future, if we want to eat there again, open table is the way to get that reserved in advance as well. So that's it. We're leaving. It's hot. Bye, guys. Just to film this as quickly as possible, I just came back from my event and I was successful. So successful, I bought more than just one pin. Let me show you real quick what I got. They had these. This is actually the Tiki Minnie Mouse Main Attraction set that was released in May. You can see it says here Series 5 of 12 on the Disney store and shopdisney.com. And suddenly Downtown Disney has all three of these pins. These are gorgeous. I hadn't seen these in person, but this particular pin right here with the Tiki bird in the center actually looks really pretty, and I really like the 3D effect of this particular bird as well. I am not a Tiki bird fan typically because I don't know, that attraction's not my favorite, but these are gorgeous pins. You can't deny that, and because they had this, I wanted to have this in my possession to offer up for trade or an exchange or something in the future, but this is a gorgeous pin set. So that was purchase number 1. Purchase number 2, they had these King Arthur carousels. They still had the 65th anniversary pins, and I grabbed one more. This is the one that I also wanted from last time. I forgot about it because it has King Arthur on the side. So I did pick this up, this carousel one, just to have King Arthur, and the carousel does pop up and down. And this is just the cutest little pin. So got that from Pin Traders as well. They had these pins, which are fun for Halloween, and I decided just to get the one with 0 and the little pumpkin nose because I just thought it was adorable with the 3D effect. And so I have this in my possession as well. And then finally, da-da-da-da-da-da. Do you guys see it? I've got doubles. And this is the pin that I went back there specifically for today. Surprise toy inside each box. Start your day the Disney way. Guaranteed fresh. I love this backer card. This is the cereal box pin that I was talking about previously that I really wanted. They didn't have it online. It sold out like right away. And now I finally have it. It says Thingamabobs. I've got 20, but who cares? No big deal. I want more. So the box actually does say surprise. Surprise inside box loaded with who's it's and what's it's galore. That's cute. And then they have like calories down here. And the first calorie actually does say 89 calories, which is the year this movie came out, 1989. And I'm assuming 1311 might be the date. Is it 11/13/89? I'm not 100% sure, but that would be my guess. And then if you open it up, it's got little cereals with starfish and clam shells all in it. That is actually really cute. The other side has that emboss as well on this side on the metal. And it does say, how many thingabobs can you find? And very small detail at the bottom is this little dangling fork, aka dingle hopper. I actually had the chance to trade for this pin at one point, and the girl said that it didn't come with the dingle hopper, and because of that I was like, it's incomplete, I don't want that. So I had to wait, and I'm very happy that the dingle hopper is right there too. But I'm very happy that I finally have a chance to own this, and since they had multiples, I did grab 2 to have an extra for trade in the future because you have to just hang on to these pins when you have the chance.
But at any rate, thanks for watching so much. I appreciate you guys sticking it by and just, staying this long. Just watching my hauls per usual. I know they can get long because I have a lot of talking and a lot of merch to show you. But I love it. I hope you guys love it too. And I will talk to you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye!